Chapter 8. Sleeping Beauty. No, let me go! Dawn woke with a start, gasping for air. She clawed at her throat, but then lowered her hands. Nothing was wrapped around her except the quilt. Early morning light leaked into her room. She was safe in her bed. It was just another terrible nightmare. If only yesterday could be a terrible nightmare, she thought. One that you woke up from like it never happened at all. But it wasn't. And that day, her parents were going to find out about it. Groggy, Dawn got ready for school and trudged down the stairs. The steps groaned with each footfall, like her sore muscles. A night of tossing and turning on top of cleaning the shed had left her whole body aching. Dawn took a breath and headed into the kitchen, waiting for the bad news that her aunts had already spoken to her parents. "There's our Sleeping Beauty!" Dawn shot them a weird look, taken aback by their extra cheerful tone. She still expected to be in trouble, but they seemed happy. How was that possible? Yes, Dawn said. I'm awake, or at least I think I am. Aunt Mary tittered and then exchanged looks with her wife. Well, we woke up extra early and decided to swing by the shop. You did? Dawn asked, still unsure how this changed their attitude toward her. We took a little gander at the shed, Fleur said. It looks the best it has in, well, eons. They both chuckled. Well, it took a lot of work, Dawn said. It was pretty filthy back there, not to mention all the ravens. But there's more, dearie, Fleur chirped, shooting her wife a conspiratorial look. Dawn frowned. What's that? The spinning wheel, they exclaimed at once. What about it? Dawn asked in confusion. She had a vague memory of finding a spinning wheel, but like her creepy nightmare the night before, it was already fading fast. Still, a bad feeling lingered in the pit of her stomach, making it churn. My dear, it's a valuable antique, Aunt Mary explained. Folks love collecting medieval relics like that. That's right, Fleur said. We're going to make a load of money selling it. We already called the auction house and they verified it. It's been a real struggle for us lately, Mary said, putting her arm around her wife's shoulders. But with this rare find, we should be able to keep it running. That's right. You've saved our shop, Fleur said. Then both aunts swept her into a hug. Dawn hesitated. Through her fuzzy memories, she could recall promising to give the spinning wheel back to a dark fairy, but she shook that off. This was the first truly good thing that had happened to her since she got to Castletown. She basked in the praise of her aunts. Fleur and Mary hugged her tighter. We knew letting you come live with us was a great idea, Mary said. We're so happy to have you here, Fleur added, and we can't wait to tell your parents. Dawn pulled back slightly and looked down at her shoes, feeling terrible. What about what happened at school yesterday? Oh, silly fiddle-faddle, Fleur said. That can be our little secret. Water under the bridge, Mary said with a dismissive wave of her hand. What do you mean? Dawn asked in surprise. You're not going to tell them? You've saved our shop, Mary said. We could do something to save you too. Wait, you mean it? Dawn said, feeling like an enormous weight had been lifted off her shoulders. Of course, dearie, Mary said. Her aunts tittered, and for the first time in a long while, Dawn felt herself smiling too. A real smile, not a fake one. Dawn forced away all thoughts of returning the spinning wheel to the fairy. Fairies weren't real. Neither were bewitched spinning wheels. But saving her aunt's shop, that was something real. The spinning wheel was her get-out-of-parental-jail-free card, and she was going to play it.